Shades on. Hands to the side. You ready? Let's go.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Hello there. I'm an Australian Wolverine in a French movie where I speak mostly English and sing my feelings. My name is Jean Valjean. While held prisoner, thousands of us roped in a giant ship in the rain because the Master and Commander Robin Hood Javard fellow told us we had to, but we tried to jostle it down. Then he made me lift a giant flagpole thingy and saw that my guns were made of real steel. After my sentence was served, I was on parole when a kind bishop offered me food and shelter, but he had wealth and silver and shiny things, so I stole them in the night. I was caught red-handed, but the kind bishop knew that I was in a bad way, so he told the police officers that the shiny silver was a gift, and he gave me even more. The police officers thought it was kind of fishy, but they let me go. I was overwhelmed with gratitude for the bishop. I thought the bishops only moved diagonally across the chessboard, but this one moved me to tears. 8 years later, I was a mayor who owned a factory where the White Queen, Mia Thermopolis Catwoman, worked. The snaggletooth foreman discovered she had sent money to her illegitimate daughter, Cosette, who lives with Borat and the Red Queen, and their real daughter, Eponine. And he fired her. Catwoman sold her hair and became a dirty vagrant prostitute to make money to support her daughter. When one day an abusive man pursued her, so she attacked him, and Robin Hood arrested her. I stepped in and rescued her and brought her to a hospital. I became aware of a man believed to be me, wrongfully arrested. Since that bishop gave me a conscience, Jiminy Cricket told me what to do, so before visiting the White Queen, Mia Thermopolis enchanted Catwoman at the hospital, I told the court it was I who broke the parole. Before Catwoman meowed her last meow, I promised her I would take care of her daughter, who would one day grow up to be a plastic named Karen, whose boobs could forecast the weather. Then the White Queen, Mia Thermopolis enchanted Catwoman, died. A man who I helped save from a wheelbarrow attack helped me escape. I found Cosette, and Borat and the Red Queen gave her to me after I paid them a large sum of money. 9 years later, Laremark, the only government official who ever cared about the puny existence of poor pheasants, is about to die. A mini, freckled, lipless fellow by the name of Marius and his gang, plus a cute, precocious pipsqueak named Garkvroch, discuss a revolution. When the freckled, lipless chap Marius catches a glimpse of the plastic named Karen, it was love at first, creeper stare. But I sheltered Karen, and did not reveal my past, that her mother was Catwoman. After the death of Laremark was announced, the Revolution Gang got to planning the revolution. Eponine grew to be very nice, and led the freckled, lipless Marius to meet Plastic Karen, where they professed their forbidden, undying love for each other. Secretly though, Eponine loved the freckles and the lack of lips of Marius, but she never told him, because women are complicated beasts of wonder. Since she knew she would never get with those freckles and those absence of lips, Eponine joined the revolution. Borat and the Red Queen tried to capture me because Robin Hood set a ransom on my head. Eponine screamed to warn me and Cosette, so that was very nice. But even though Plastic Karen and the lipless, freckled Marius loved each other very much, I knew we had to get out of there. As we left, the revolution heated up, and the lipless freckles sent a farewell letter to Plastic Karen. The next day, the revolters revolted at Laremark's funeral procession, and they heard the people singing a song of angry men. Robin Hood poses as a rebel to spy on the revolution. But the cute little precocious pipsqueak knew that Robin Hood was really their archer nemesis, and he was captured. At the barricade gunfight, Eponine saved lipless Freckles, but at the cost of her own life, professing her secret, complicated love for him as she died in his strange, freckled arms. Meanwhile, I read the letter lipless Freckles sent to Karen, and I realized the extent of their love. So I sought to rescue lipless Freckles from the violence at the barricade. After I saved the head revolutionist, they allowed me to execute Robin Hood. But because of the Jiminy Cricket that the bishop gave me way back when, I let him go. Told him to run. The others were not around to see it. None of the other townfolk joined the revolution as they had hoped, so the tiny outnumbered revolutionists decided to fight to the death for their honor. But that didn't work out so well, since only lipless Freckles survived, because I dragged his lifeless body through the slum-dog land of Poopy Caca. Borat stole the lipless Freckles ring. I escaped through the icky grossness of poo-poo with lipless Freckles on my back, when all of a sudden that pesky Robin Hood shows up. As Master and Commander, Robin Hood threatened me, but I was at the point of no return, so I just ignored him and was all, "Get out of my face, you crazy man!" I kind of knew he wasn't going to shoot me anyway at this point. Suffering from internal conflict within his beautiful mind, Robin Hood decides to kill himself, but not with an arrow as you may think. No, he jumped off a bridge. Lipless Freckles and Plastic Heron are reunited. Lipless Freckles is in a state of mourning, but Plastic Heron comforts him. I told Lipless Freckles about my past, and I made him understand that I had to go, because I was endangering the life of Plastic Heron by being near her. Lipless Freckles and Plastic Heron marry. Borat and the Red Queen crash the reception, and Borat tells them he saw me, the Australian Wolverine, carrying a corpse through the poo-poo wasteland, and shows Lipless Freckles the ring he stole. Unbeknownst to him, though, Lipless Freckles realizes it was me, the Australian Wolverine, who saved his life. Since Borat and the Red Queen divulged my location, Lipless Freckles and Plastic Heron set out to find me. But I lay dying, and as I lay dying at a convent, Catwoman's like, "Come, Wolverine, come on! The DC Universe needs you! The Batmans may be over, but you need to make another X-Men movie." And so, I did.